Dire wolf pack. And they surprised us. Bad day waiting to happen. Because I should be able to buy rations right here at the outpost, right? I think I can anyways. If I remember correctly, there should be a little shopkeep dude in there. Now that we've recovered it back. Sweet. Pick up some rations. No, we'll be alright. My turn.
Impressive move, my friend.
It's a wee bit of overkill, but...
You like it?
Damn, almost. Almost. Just if I'd roll just a little bit more damage. No, it'd be okay. Big ass dire wolf.
Another victory. This is destiny.
Again, harder.
Nice. No, you know what? You're probably right. I'm never gonna forget to buy tools before I ever leave town again. Oh, man. I cannot believe that. I can't believe I was like, I'm gonna buy tools. And then, what do? I forget to buy fucking tools. And I'm like, let's go to the Dark Castle. Great idea. 10 points, right? So far I've run into goblins, dire wolves, and spiders. Oh my. At least I'm not the only one who has forgotten. But I won't ever forget to buy tools again. That is a guarantee. And if I do, I deserve not to get that loot. Alright, let's track on in here. I should be able to check the board too. Damn, I gotta like go all the way in here, don't I? Yeah, I do. I gotta go all the way in here. Come on now. Oh, it's such a wonky camera angle in here. Ah, there we go. Ah, I see. That's cool. I'm not gonna lie, their armor looks kind of sick, though it only looks like it is medium armor. go! Come on, all Dragonborn people. Faster, faster, faster. Sweet. Oh, I forgot to give that dude his bones back. Oh well, it'll be okay. Rations. Arrows also. Hmm. At least he sells all the good stuff, so that's a plus. Alright, let's buy some rations. Oh shit, he sells them by the fives? 5, 10, 15, 20. That should be good. That should be more than enough, yeah. Just to be doubly sure, we'll buy him. 40 gold worth more. Now I should have enough rations to at least make it back to the bigger town. Too bad he doesn't sell tools. That'd be nice. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. It's all just sitting in my inventory. Forgot I picked that up. Yeah, full plate mail is fucking expensive. I love how it's like Dark Castle, 20 days remaining. I haven't even completed it yet. Oh fuck yes, look at that. Hey, I didn't even know I left those. What is this? Acid? Ingredients? Hey look! Rations! Oh damn. I made money. Forget which one it is. One of them specializes in crafting my arrows. But I do not remember. I keep forgetting I can just do this. Yes. That's such a funny thing to see. Alright. 42 units of food. We should be good. What are the odds of running into shit tons of things if I travel normally? It should be fine. It should be fine. Oh, come on! I mean, I guess it's XP, right? So that works out. By the time I get back to the castle, I'm gonna be fucking OP as shit. Those guys are gonna be like, what did you do? I traveled. To town and back here again. Twice! Oh. Oh, man. Alright. There any people behind me? Probably. Let's see. Maybe move to here.
More coming your way.
God, that dude got double shotted. Okay, fucked up. Okay, so let's try not to equip it to my crossbow. Much better. See? Damn. It's only 30? I thought it was a little bit more than that.
Run while you can.
Impressive move, my friend.
I'll take that one. Shot me in my back. He got me. Can't see them. Wing. I'll shoot this guy.
Nice move.
was a hell of a shot. That man put it right through my horns.
Too slow.
That sword's damn near the size of him. Dead. Okay. Still pretty impressive.
Don't lose hope.
Ooh. That was bad. Okay. To say, then again, I think both of the D&D games I've played, this was a few years back or so. They were
Good.
both were essentially homebrewed. One was fully homebrewed, and basically it was a I don't know. I couldn't even really tell you what was going. We were working for some demon god person thing who was also a merchant. It was weird. It was fun, but it was weird. And the other one was the Baldur's Gate campaign, but it was the only thing legit was the campaign, the story. Everything else was homebrewed. So like wages and shit like that and everything else was all homebrewed. Everything was not necessarily following the I guess like the gist of actual D&D itself. So like I think he was I don't know what he was doing. I know he wasn't a first time dungeon master. I know that for sure, but I really don't know what he was doing. But that guy was a piece of work. Let me tell you what. My wife rolled like the greatest fucking nature cleric you could ever roll in your life. One of her flaws was death is like the natural course. It's just part of nature. So, and she played it so well. But we had this stupid sorceress that was on our squad, and she was like, or in our party or whatever, and she was basically
Bend the
just
knee
elder
or
blasting
perish.
everything. She was just blowing, and I mean, we had the keys to unlock these goddamn doors, and she was just like, Eldritch Blast, Eldritch Blast. Well, she elder blasted the door open, and a fucking lynch was like, oh, food? And basically put the fucking hurt on her, and my my wife was like, eh. Death is part of life, I guess. And I mean, you know, there was other people who could heal, and not just the cleric that my wife was playing. And to be honest with you, fucking cleric hit almost as hard as the pally in the group. Once again, it was homebrewed, so, but you know, and she did have a really cool custom like healing spell or whatever that the DM like cooked up for her and whatnot. But she had a very good logic behind why she was like, I'm not gonna heal you. We had the keys to unlock all these doors. And you just ran around elder blasting every fucking door you saw because you were like, it's a great idea. I'm gonna do it because I can. So yeah, my wife was like, I'm not gonna heal.
You cannot defeat me.
Someone can use a health potion. And then like, I wouldn't even say the whole table really threw a hissy fit. Mainly the dungeon master and the sorceress threw the hissy fit because someone had to use a health potion to heal her when we had a cleric. And I mean, I kind of like read the characters like, you know, MO or whatever. A cleric is not just a healer. They are a fucking force to be reckoned with when played properly or built properly. So I don't know. The dungeon master, I think he just had a thing out for the chick who was playing the sorceress or whatever. So I'm not sure. It is what it is, but I thought it was really funny. Yeah, they really should. And it was like that through the whole campaign until basically they claimed the table voted us out. And mind you, I got into D&D because I had a buddy who was like, he's like, hey man, you know, you go to the Magic the Gathering place all the time, or the Gathering place here in town where we live, not Magic the Gathering. I play Magic the Gathering, and that's what I was going there for, because I play MTG. Well, he was like, he was like, well, what if we queue off for like a game of like Dungeons and Dragons? And I was like, I mean, I've only ever watched people play it. I've never played it. And I gave the arrow to the wrong guy. Well, he was like, well, it could be really fun. He's like, so, I mean, like, would you want to do that with me? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I was like, I'll give it a go with you. And basically, we got into this game of Dungeons and Dragons, and I really liked it. So I was like, you know, hey, babe, you should go try this out with me. And she was like, all right, sure. And we got there, and this dude tells us after we come back, because I'd gotten sick, and he was like, oh well, don't show up if you're sick. So I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And I let him know. I was like, hey man, I'm not feeling too hot. Like, I don't know what I did, but I don't feel so good. So I went ahead and stayed home. Well, you know, the wife was like, well, I don't want to go without you, which makes sense, because there was like, it was all dudes, except for the person who's playing the sorceress or the warlock or whatever. Sorry, excuse me. She was the only other chick, and she was like, well, I don't really want to go without you. And I was like, that's fine. You know, my wife's kind of a, oh, she's a hobbit. Yeah, don't want to cast contagion on the table. That's for damn sure. But so I stayed home. Well, when I come back from being sick to our next, because it was twice a week. So when I came back for the second go around, we even paid, right? Because it wasn't one of those ones, like one of those, like, you know, gathering places where you could just go in there and, you know, just sit down and play Dungeons and Dragons. You had to pay for these rooms. So I went in there and paid for me and the wife, and it wasn't cheap. I mean, it was $10 a fucking person. I mean, $20 when you think about $20 isn't a lot. But we were both working part-time, and it wasn't, it was a lot of money. It was a lot of money. $20 is a lot, especially for like a game. And I was like, all right, cool. Well, we paid it. We go in there, we sit down, the DM shows up, and he was like, he basically was like, called us out, put us on blast, and he was like, yeah, you two aren't welcome here no more. And I was really confused, and I was like, well, what do you mean? He goes, well, the table voted you out. I was like, voted us out? I was like, what the hell did we do? I was like, because I was sick, dude? And he tried to tell me, he's like, oh, it's because you and your wife bicker and argue all the time. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, me and my wife have been married for 6 years. We've only ever had one fight. One fight. In 6 years, one fucking fight. And that fight was because I decided to join the military and didn't tell her. One fight. One fight. So, yeah. I was so confused because I was like, bro, we don't even fight. I was so, what? We don't even fight. Well, it turns out what it is my buddy told me later on that no one voted anyone out. No one voted no one out. What happened is the, I guess the chick didn't like the way that my wife played the cleric. So I couldn't hit that dire wolf. So she was like, well, we should exchange her for somebody else because I don't like the way she plays that cleric. She's not healing no one. Was the entire reasoning behind like voting my wife off the table. And because they were afraid it would cause an issue with me, they voted me out too. I'm a pretty chill dude. I'd have been like, alright, cool. I think it's bullshit, but cool, whatever. I'll still show up. I'll see y'all next week then. Like, you know what I mean? Because obviously I'd had to take my wife home. Like, and it's not the fact that they voted her out. It was the fact that they lied about it is what pissed her off. So yeah, basically it boiled down to she just didn't like the way my wife played D&D. Now, mind you, my wife was sheltered. She was very, very sheltered. Before she met me, she didn't even play video games. She didn't do nothing. She collected some Barbies and like Monster High dolls and stuff like that. And then she met me, and now she's got like, oh, I don't know, probably about $800 worth of Pokemon cards, probably about $1,200 worth of Magic cards. She's got her own Xbox. My wife is a nerd now. I corrupted her for the good things. Exactly, yeah. If you don't like me, just tell me. Just fucking tell me. And I'd be like, alright, deuces, man. I think it's bollocks, but deuces, I'm out. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, it was just wild, dude. It was just wild. And the worst part was, like, here's the real fucking kicker. The DM helped her make this cleric. Because now, mind you, my wife had never built a character before in her entire life. She wanted to build a cleric. In the D&D game he was playing, that was homebrewed, that they were playing at their buddy's house on the weekends when he wasn't working at this gathering place as a dungeon master, he played a fucking cleric. So he helped my wife, this cleric, helped her with the rolls, helped her put her numbers in the right places, the whole fucking shebang, dude, the whole shebang. And then voted her out because she didn't play her cleric the way he wanted her to play the cleric. And I was like, that's so stupid. That's so stupid. Because a cleric does so much more than just heal. So yeah, it was funny. I mean, it was stupid, but it's funny. We laugh at it now. But, you know, it was pretty dumb. I was like, that's dumb. But it goes to show you that some people are just douchebags and there's nothing you can do about it. But yeah, those were my 2 experiences with Dungeon and D&D. But I haven't played it again in a while. Not because of that incident at all. Not at all. Fuck, I don't care what people think about me. I was in the military. No, and yeah, and it hasn't. It really hasn't. Because I have talked to like other dungeon masters, and they're like a cleric that just heals. They were like, that's not a thing. They were like, that doesn't exist. They was like, that haven't existed since, you know, since 2E. And I was like, so basically she played the cleric how she wanted. And he was like, well, he's like, to look at it this way, he's like, even during like second era, he's like, you could build a cleric and then put her in heavy armor and give her a fucking greatsword, and she'd be just as the equivalence of like a paladin who can't smite. They were like, it didn't really matter. It's your character. You're paying to play that character, so build it however the fuck you want to build it. So I was like, that makes sense. But yeah, long story short, basically it just boiled down to some bullshit. It was stupid. It was fucking stupid. And then, like, after they kicked us out, and they didn't have an honest reason why they kicked us out, like, the whole fucking table just quit showing up to D&D. And seeing that's what the dungeon master was telling me, that I had talked to about it and whatnot. Because I wasn't 100% sure. I mean, you can read a whole bunch of shit and then still not, like, truly understand, like, the concept behind a character. you know. So I was kind of like, well, if I understand correctly, I was like, you know, a cleric can be just straight fucking savage, right? And he was like, yeah, pretty much. He was like, you don't even have to build it to heal. You can build it just to be evil. You could do that back in the older versions of the game. So, you know, it's just dumb. Oh, does she not sell lockpicks? Do I get lockpicks from this guy over here? Or do I go get those from someone else? Ah, here they are. God. Should us take pride in those. Thieves' tools! I only need one, right? Sweet.